In this video we're gonna talk about flasks. Flasks are an easy craft, casual friendly, everyone can do them, and I can guarantee you that after you will see this video, you will never see flask with the same eyes again. So you'll always pick up the flask, I can guarantee you. You always will pick all the flasks that you see. Okay, my boys, let's jump into it. So I prepared here two tabs, Flask Master Karate Kid and Flask Master Sensei. And in here I will explain everything that you need to know in order to craft your own flask very easy. This is a lazy crafting method, by the way. You don't need to think too much. It's the best method. So let's start with the basics first. To keep it everything simple for you, you should avoid these flasks. So what I put here in Flask Master Karate Kid, you should avoid. So try to avoid aquamarine flasks, Gorundum flasks, Superior Stibnite flask, Basalt flask, and Iron flask. The reason for this is because they need very specific buyers, and we want to craft flasks that are accessible to a lot of builds. So to make things very easy for you, try to avoid all these flasks here. Yeah, these ones are okay, but they need specific crafts. For example, here we have the gold flask, but you want that betrayal craft that increases rarity of items during effect. So you have on the explicit 30% rarity, and on implicit again 30% rarity. This is the best craft for this flask, but sadly everyone is doing it, so you will not make profit with this. Let's search. You see, it's around 40 chaos, even with the enchant, which we will talk at the end. And here it's another type of flask, mostly useful for mage blood belts, yeah, especially if you get this additional elemental resistances during effect for the explicit. So you have on the implicit elemental resistances, and you have an additional elemental resistances on the explicit. And because it's perfect roll, will be expensive. Look, minus 20. You will notice that this flask is if they have perfect roll on the explicits, it will be much more, especially paired with increased effect. Because mage blood users like myself here, we need increased effect for the explicit. So in case you never use the mage blood, we want increased effect here on the explicit. And another good modifier, if the secondary modifier has perfect roll, for example here movement speed 14, will be much more expensive. So for this I paid a lot. I think I paid 4 now, lowered in price. You got the idea. Here we have 17 attack speed, it's perfect. And because it's perfect, will be more. If it's not perfect, let's put it 15, will be much less. You see, 50, 100, yeah. And in this beautiful video, I'll show how to craft these beauties, which is not hard. Let's go now to the Flask Master Sensei. Again, the big money makers are the flask that people use for mage blood. And this flask will always have increased effect here, 25% increased effect. And they can use an Enchanting Orb on the implicit, so we have 70% increased effect enchant. So in this tab we have flasks that people use a lot. For example, flask for critical strike, for damage. Here is for flat armor, flat evasion. This one gives permanent phasing, suppression. The onslaught one with permanent onslaught is great. Here we have amethyst flask, movement speed flask, which is very important, we will talk about it. And here are the triple elemental flask we have for the lighting, for fire, and for cold. Yeah. So these are the most top sellers at the moment. They sell much more better than the Flask Master Karate Kid ones here. This one can have some uses, so if you really like this method, sure, yeah, you can take Bismuth Flask also, but I try to avoid it, because usually most value you get out of, I try to avoid it. If you really like this method, sure, you can try with Bismuth Flask also. Now let's jump into it, we started. So let's go on my beautiful YouTube channel here, and you'll have here a link to PoE regex. You open it. Okay, here you will go to flasks, because basically we will make a regex filter here on the top that we can copy paste it inside the tab. That will highlight everything very easy, so we don't want to think. As I explained, I like crafts where we don't think. Lazy crafts, my boys. So here you want to select these modifiers here, which in my opinion are the best. And this suffix is here. Here for the prefix, for the suffix. Make sure that you make these check marks here. This will guarantee that you have the highest tier possible. So people now will pay only for good flasks. They don't want trash flasks. These modifiers can have multiple tiers, but we want only tier 1. Yeah? Okay, my boys, and I also like this, so we'll always highlight 25% increased effect, which is nice. After you have this here, you put copy. I sold a shitty quiver. One moment, I need to sell my shitty quiver, then we continue this beautiful video. Okay, back, I sold my shitty quiver. Yeah. So, let's get started, okay? Let's take some orb of alterations, which are very cheap, and this is also a good method to spend your alteration orbs. Yeah, you also take some orb of augmentation, because usually you don't use this trash. I explained in the past that you can fish for hunter influence boots. for Tailwind. But this is much better. If you have Flask, we will roll Flask. We copy paste here the filter and they will get highlighted. Now I already did some rolling because I woke up like 1 hour ago. I made my coffee here, which is my own flask, you know, this is my flask of coffee and I need to drink it. But you know, I also need to make this video. And while rolling, I got this beauty here. If you notice, will be expensive. Basically, it's a Mage Blood flask because we have 25 increased effect, which is a mandatory for Mage Blood, and we have here movement speed during effect, which is perfect roll. Here another one, which is not perfect roll, it's 13%, but still has value. And now I need to explain something about Flask tiers. Here's another example. So these are great. Here are not so and so, you know. This is for non-Mage Blood users, but still you can make profit, you know. This I crafted today. All good. I'll show you in a moment what I wanted to tell you about Flask tiers. So for this crafting method, you will only pick up Flask item level 84, 85 or higher. 84 and 85 basically. You can see here item level 84, 85. This one 86, 85. So minimum level item level 84. This is important because we want to roll high level modifiers, and I need to go back here on the website to explain you something. Movement speed during Flask effect, this one here 1214, can only spawn on item level 85 Flask. All the rest can spawn on lower, but this is only 85. Now the problem is you won't get a lot of item level 85 Flask, so it's okay to roll item level 84 also. On item level 84 you can also get this one, increased evasion rating during effect and armor during effect tier 1. So you can spawn everything here tier 1 except movement speed, which will be tier 2 on item level 84. If you go lower than 84, like 83, you cannot spawn tier 1 increased evasion during effect and armor during effect. In my opinion, it's a waste. So if you craft Flask, always pick up item level 84, 85 or higher. Don't pick up lower. Okay, my boy, now let's start rolling. I already know what's here. Okay, my boy's back. I had to take a small break. Basically, we take this Orb of Alteration and we click it on the Flasks. Like this, and if we get something from that filter, it will get highlighted. That's all that you need to do. Yeah, you will notice that they get highlighted pretty often. Now I was unlucky. Let's check this one. So we have increased duration with armor. This is not for Mage Blood, but you can still sell it. Yeah, so you can sell it easy for 20 kills, 50 kills. This will take time to sell unless it's a Mage Blood flask that will sell very fast actually. So you can sell it here for 50 kills and you stop it, 50-20 kills. Let's say this one, increased duration with attack speed. This is tier 1. You can also look at the competition, which I suggest. So a lot of players, what they do, they look here and see 20, 40 and they price check it. No, you look at the days. This is 70 days, 6 days. I will explain like this. If it's under 7 days, it's fine to list it like the price is shown. But if it's more days, like 10 days, 20 days, means it won't sell. Let's try another example. Okay. Here, this one is tier 1 attack speed, which is great. Let's put here an augmentation, see what we get. Now with maximum charges, and now you price check. I don't like this. Yeah, we check this one. This gets highlighted because of the increased effect for Mage Blood. But the secondary modifier, it's not tier 1 and it's garbage. We keep rolling. Okay, you will see that it's not that hard. Pack. Now we check. Increased effect is great, but stun block recovery is shit. Cast speed during effect, increased effect. This is a great flask, I will tell you already. It will sell. We made money. This is for Mage Blood users, so this is 1.5 Divine Orbs. Pretty easy. You can see 11 hours ago, 30 hours ago, 3 days ago. This, yeah, 1.5 Divine Orbs. So we made it like this. This is excellent for Mage Blood users. If this was not perfect, let's say 50% cast speed, which would be much more less, like 40 kills, 50 kills. But because it has perfect cast speed during effect, it's a 1.5 Divine Orb. But we can get even more, which we will talk at the end. Now let's check this one. Here I will put an augmentation. You can check if you're not sure, or poison during effect. I suggest you put lower than everything you see here. Let's say you put this for 30 kills, which is still profit. But for the purpose of the video, I will keep rolling. Again, we try again. Okay, let's put more. If you want to get more highlighted, you know. Okay, my boys, now let's check this one. This one, chance to freeze, is not that great. We don't have it selected on the website. But you can price check it, you know, if you want. Let's check this one. No, I'm also looking at the days here, you know. This it's a hint for me that it won't sell. Okay. Usually this with poison immunity, they don't sell. Yeah, no. Here increased effect, we'll apply an augmentation. Oh, this can sell. It's not perfect attack speed, but still, this can sell easy for 20 kills. Not for Mage Blood users, but people will use this. This is a great explicit attack speed, by the way, which is tier 1. And let's check this one. We reduce curses. 2 days, 4 days. This is interesting. So let me check something here. So 57. You can open the trade website to take a closer look, which I recommend doing, by the way. A day. 70. This is a good sign. Yeah, this can be for Mage Blood users. 1 Divine. So this is 1 Divine Orb. We put it here. Even though it's not perfect here, reduced effect of curses, it's still fine, because if you use it on a Mage Blood, you will get more than 100% effect. That's why they don't care. Okay, let's check this one. I don't like it. You will get used to it, don't worry. Now let's roll some more. Already made money, you know, because you need to spend your alteration orbs. And this is the best way to do it. Some people even buy alteration orbs to do this. Okay, here we'll put an augmentation, increase duration with critical strike, and we price check it. Now, look here, 25 days, 24, it's a bad sign. You don't list it, because some noobs list it. Okay, let's check this one. 2 hours ago, but I want to do some things. This is 20 chaos orb, I'll put it here. I think I checked this one, yeah? Yeah, I checked it. Elemental resistances, and put here this. So 5 days, yeah, this is 20 chaos. I explained, if it's under 7 days, it will sell. You need to wait more, but it will sell. Let's check this one with Spell Leech. Ooh, no. A chance to avoid stunt, it's a shit modifier, we don't care. And we keep rolling, we try again. Man, I think you already got the idea, but I need to show you some more tricks. So you will roll like this, they will get highlighted and you check. No. Cast speed during effect, you'll apply this for the second, increase duration. And now you price check. See what's up there. No, it's bad. Bad. Increased evasion during effect. This is on an evasion base, so it's actually will sell. Yeah, this is 20 chaos orb. This I don't like it because, but I will price check it. Nah, you can sell it for 50 chaos, but you know you want to make more. Okay, let's try again. If you have patience, you will notice that you make really good profit. I'm not exaggerating. This one, let's check. This is good. This is 80 chaos orb. I'll put it here. Yeah. And this you can price check, why not? Let's do it like this. Yeah, shit. It's shit. Oh. This is also fun to roll. I want to roll it again. Man, some of these flasks, especially the Mage Blood flask, are very, very expensive. And I'll show you 2 tricks actually, which I like to do, because why not? Okay. Cast speed during effect. If we hit here 25% effect, we'll be rich. Oh! Because it's perfect roll. Will be more than, you know, will be value. This is like, man, it's ruining my video. I said you'll be rich. This is 1 Divine Orb because you listen to PoE guy. 100 chaos, 1 Divine Orb. This is the real price. Let's check this one also, which has increased effect. 40 chaos orb, we put it here. Man, this is good stuff. Charge recovery with attack speed. This is 50 chaos. You can put it 50 chaos. Man, my boys, you got the idea. But I want to show you something very tricky. 2 things actually. One already I forgot because, well, I need to remember the second thing. But let's start with the first thing. Here, it's a thing that I like to do. As I explained, increased movement speed during effect. It's for item level 85 or higher flasks. You know, it's a very hard modifier. What I like to do, specifically on silver flask and this quicksilver flask. If you have increased movement speed tier 1, perfect roll, and with increased effect for Mage Blood, it's worth a lot. So this I snatched from the trade website, which I'll show you in a second how to do it. What I want to do here, I want to annul the Flask charge when you deal a critical strike and to augment for increased effect, which is like 15% chance. So you have real potential to do this. So here I will try to annul the flask charge when you deal a critical strike. Good. And now I want to hit it 25% increased effect. Oh, this is cursed, man. Oh, I got the same shit. Wait again. Oh. Well, you got the idea. Now I have here another one. So here I want to annul the charge recovery. I bought them very cheap. Oh, man. Let's show you how to buy this if you want to try this gamble, because it's a gamble. This flask can be worth 4 or 8 Divine Orbs. It depends on the time of the day that you sell. So let's put here Quicksilver Flask. Yeah, my boys, so we put here increased effect. Effect. Okay, like this. Make sure you put a positive number, like something above 0. And you put here movement speed during effect. Yeah? And make sure it's perfect roll. And now we check what's on the website. Oh, no, we need to remove this. Yeah. Look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna private message these bad boys here. Gonna take some chaos because I need to pay. You need to pay for your stuff. Look, I'll do one more try with you now. So if you have time and you're bored and you want to do low investment gamble, you can do this. Because hitting with the augmentation, the 25%, it's actually around 50% chance. So you have real potential to hit it. You know, when you hit it, you hit it. Yeah. Now we need to wait for these bad boys. Also, these flasks, you can also roll them because they are item level 85. So these are great flasks. So even if your annul fails, you have here good flasks to roll, because silver flasks item level 85 or higher and quicksilver flasks are very good to roll. Yeah. So you can also get your bases even if the annul fails, which is great. Good. This is even better because we don't have to annul. We just have to hit 25% increased effect. We can price check because this is perfect roll again. Yeah, you can sell this for 20 kills. You already make profit from this bad boy. Now we need to annul the maximum charges. Good. Now I want to hit 25 effect. It's 50% chance so you actually can hit it. No. We go back into my hideout because I have another tip for you. My boys, the last tip that I will give you now, it's how you order them when you roll them, because you can misclick it. Let's take more here. Okay, so here are your flasks. If you notice, I will put them in a square like this. Don't put them in a row because you can misclick them. Look, to make everything simple for you, I'll do it like this. So here I'll have a row of flasks, and I like to roll them like this. Look, we copy paste the filter. Let's check this one. Increase duration, critical strike, tier 1. No. So I'll roll it in a square like this. Up and down, up and down. It's easier. If you roll them like this in a line, you will misclick it a lot of times. So if you want to do this trick, try it. This is not good. Yeah. Cast speed during effect. Reduce charges per use. No? No. Usually I explain you like this. For this flask, the most value you get on flasks that have the same explicit as the implicit. For example, this one with movement speed has 40% increased movement speed for the implicit. If you get the explicit 14% movement speed, it will be worth much more. Now, here another example. You have armor on the implicit. If you have armor during effect on the flask, it will be worth much more. You got the idea. Yeah, same for the evasion flask, which is this one, I think. It's worth much more because we have evasion rating during effect. Now it's a low tier here, but look what happens if it's perfect tier, like 60. It's much more. It's 6, 8 divines, and usually you can even price it for 8 divines because these flasks sell very fast. And I will show you how you can make even more money with enkindling orbs. Yeah. So Mageblood users need this to have 70% increased effect, and rich people usually are lazy, me included. So all these flasks, I bought them, I didn't roll them. Okay, my boys, so I have here the enkindling orbs, and here are the flasks that I crafted for Mageblood. These are ideal because we have perfect roll on cast speed. Usually if you have perfect rolls, they will overpay more. Okay, so now let's open the trade website here, and I'll show you something. What happens if you, in addition, you put enkindling orbs? And this guy already ruined my video. Yeah, the idea is that they usually double in price, but this guy listed it low. So he ruined my video. Without Enkindling Orb it will be 1 divine, with Enkindling Orb will be like 2 divines, but this guy will sell faster. So if you can hit, this is an optional step. Some people like to do it. You know, if you want to sell fast, you will put some Enkindling Orbs and you want to hit 70% increased effect. Now, because it has 17, I can price this for 2 divines. So I'll put here 2 divines. Don't worry, that guy will sell his flask and I will sell mine. Because actually it's not that easy to hit 70% increased effect. And I was a lucky bitch because I hit it now on few tries. Let's try another one. This one. So this one we have 40% increased movement speed. Yeah. Let's remove this. Let's open the website and see what we have here listed. So I can... Man, these bitches are ruining my video, man. Oh. The idea is you sell it much more faster because people are lazy. They want... this is a Mage Blood Flask, and if they can buy it one already with increased effect, they will buy that instead. Yeah, so if there are 2 flasks listed for 4 Divine Orbs, and one has 70% increased effect, and one does not have, they will private message this guy because it already has the enchant. Yeah, this is the idea. Let's take it and try to hit it. Again, it needs 17 because there's no point to be lower. They can roll them themselves. Some stop at 69, you know, but you need 70. Yeah. If you cannot hit it, it's fine. You make 4 Divine Orbs. That guy will sell his flask, and you list yours. I don't have patience for this bullshit, man. Oh, you got the idea. I will list it 4 Divine Orbs and put it here in a tab, and they will sell. You need to have patience. The more you stay in game, the more likely they will sell. Or you can undercut the competition so they sell really fast. Depends on the time of the day that you sell them, because we have morning, evening, you know, we have Sunday, Monday, depends on the time, the day that you play, yeah, when there are more people online. I hope this guide was useful to you. You can apply this strategy here, especially on League Start, because people are making tons of profit. And now inside your maps, when you see an item level 84 or 85 flask, you will pick it up, because you remember of this video here for Mage Blood users. And not only. I hope you have a great day, and good luck.